What's up, guys? Welcome back to The Educated Barfly. Today we're going to be making one of my absolute favorite cocktails. It's a martini variation called a Puritan. And if you want to go look in the archives of our videos, you'll know that the Puritan is actually it's like a mashup between a traditional martini and an Alaska cocktail, which is kind of a martini with yellow chartreuse. That's what we're going to be doing. But before we get into making this very short and sweet video on this lovely drink, you guys are going to do me a favor. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit the bell icon, and comment on this on this video whenever you want. It helps us with the algorithm. The algorithm's happy, we're happy, you're happy. That's how the chain goes. That's the food chain on the Educated Barfly here on YouTube. All right, let's get into making this drink. There's really not that much history that I have on this. I did a kind of a deep dive and really couldn't find that much. It's just a very pleasing cocktail. I can't even tell you at what time I was introduced to this drink. At some point in my bartending career, I was given this drink. I drank it and loved it, and it made it into my main rotation of drink consumption. And I'm hoping the same will happen for you. All right, onward and upward. First thing we're going to do is a few dashes of orange bitters. You know that I like to do the Feegans, which is a 50% Fees and Regan's bitters, orange bitters, mashed up together in my nice little Japanese dasha bottle. And then we're going to do...
Why is it not called reefy?
What? What is what called weefy?
Oh, it could be called reefy.
Reefy? What, the drink?
No, the bitters.
Oh, the bitters.
I think the first
no,
part
Feegans, because it's like Fees and Regans. Feegans is better than Reefy. Reefy is not catchy. Feegans is catchy. Feegans sounds like that could be somebody's last name. Reefy? If someone was like, my name is like Albert Reefy, you'd be like, that's kind of a weird last name.
Actually, that would sound good, I think.
What?
Alfred Reefy?
Alfred Reefy. You like that last name? Well, you know what? If you ever try to write a script again, you can make the main character Alfred Reefy. Or maybe we should do a video series on Barfly Free Pour, which everyone should be subscribed to, by the way. If you're not subscribed to Barfly Free Pour, pause this video, open up a new browser window, and go subscribe to that channel that we've got. We got a second channel with awesome, wonderful content, lots of tastings and good stuff. You're really gonna like it there. And maybe we should do like a little narrative sketch video series called the strange and wonderful adventures of Albert Reefy.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. That'd be kind of fun. Like maybe Alfred Reefy like goes to a bar, or maybe he like goes visit some friends in San Francisco. I don't know. Alfred Reefy could be doing, or is it Albert? Albert Reefy.
Yeah.
Or Alfred. Is it Alfred?
Albert
That's a little too close to Alfred from Staggerly Good. So we'll just say Albert Reefy.
Albert Reefy.
I like Albert Reefy. This seems like a nice. All right, cool. Let's do this. So we did our orange bitters. We're doing ½ ounce of dry vermouth. We can do this like little. We can bullshit about Albert Reefy when we make the cocktail as we're sipping it, right?
Albert Reefy.
I don't want
second.
Albert Reefy the second. Who's Albert Reefy the first though?
That's his dad. Right?
No, I know, but oh, dude, we haven't used the yellow chartreuse in so long that a little bit had got on here and it's candied itself shut. All right, 3/4 ounce of yellow chartreuse. Now, gin selection is very important in this cocktail, friends. And I like to go with something that is more bright and floral. You don't need to use a London Dry style. I am using the Tanqueray 10. So Tanqueray number 10 is more of a, I would call New World style gin, right? So you know, London Dry styles have their very specific thing. So let's get into this for like 1 second. I was like, London Dry styles have their very specific thing. And then I was gonna like, first of all, what is London Dry's specific thing? It's their flavor profile. And the thing is that gin has to be primarily juniper flavored. That's the only rule to having gin. It's basically vodka with added botanicals, right? And then primarily flavored with juniper. So that means that all gin, no matter what style, has to have the primary flavor profile be juniper, but you can use any like citrus or spice elements, or you can put anything else you want in your little tea bag to flavor your gin. And so the New World style gins are just gin companies that have been getting kind of crazy with the flavor profiles, putting like rose hips in there. And you know, usually the London Dry has like citrus elements, juniper, angelica root, But you know, some of these other ones are putting like lavender in there and other crazy stuff to flavor the gins in nice ways. This Tanqueray 10 is a wonderful product. I really like it a lot. I think it's going to go well in this cocktail because it has like a nice, primarily citrus sort of kick, and that's going to go well with your chartreuse. But gin selection is up to you guys on this one. I just shared my thoughts with you. So we're going to do 2 ounces of our gin right here.
I like the bottle. It's a very nice bottle.
It is a nice bottle. Yeah, it's very Art Deco-y. Which is very popular in the cocktail world. All right, and we're gonna
favorite of
crack our what?
You know whose favorite it is?
Who?
Albert Riefi II.
Alfred Riefi II loves Art Deco. Really?
Yeah.
I kind of feel like Alfred Riefi II is like one of those guys that's like, I do say, old boy, and he's like, you know, he's got a British accent. He wears a top hat. He goes like on safari, like you know, he's riding the back of an elephant with a big gun, like. He's gonna go shoot some stuff in the jungle. You know, he's like one of those like 1920s like, oh my God. What do they say? They say something like, oh, this cocktail is so good it could beat the band, old chap. Like one of those guys, you know? I don't know if I use that in the correct way, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah. He's like one of those guys, like one of those like explorers of the 1920s or something, or like a Hemingway style character, just not literally talented. Not talented in a literary sort of way is what I meant to say. Yep. Literarily? Is that the word? Literarily talented?
Like if you're an author?
Yeah, like someone who's talented in the literary arts. Is that literarily talented? I said literally talented, which made no sense.
I don't know. Maybe that's where they come
like literally talented means someone that's talented in a literal sort of way.
Literal sense. Yeah, maybe that's where it comes from.
Maybe. So you're just gonna stir your cocktail down. I will say this though. When you have ice that comes straight out of the fridge, it's very, very hard to over dilute. You can do it if you're trying to, but it's difficult to do. So don't worry about how much. You just want to get it down to temperature. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that fight me on the idea that you can get this down to -3 Celsius. And if they look it up on the internet, they will know that if they say you can't do that, they are wrong. And I am right. Just FYI. All right, let's pour that into our nice Nicanor. I love that color. Look at that. That is wonderful. Look at that.
Which we will test on pre-pour.
We will. Well, you know what? I will today, after our shooting day is done, go to the store and get a nice, accurate food thermometer. We will calibrate it, and next time when we do our ice test on Barfly Free Pour, we'll also test whether you can stir a cocktail down to -3 Celsius. And why? Give it a nice little spritzy pants. Ooh, I love it. Ooh, yeah, this is gonna be nice.
It glows.
Bam! It's like it's like an ethereal color. It's like it's almost like radioactive yellowy green. Mm-hmm. Oh God, man, this is my favorite. It's like everything that's good about a martini with the addition of yellow chartreuse. What's not to like? It is floral and dry in the finish. You get that nice kind of orangey bitter bite from the bitters. What I love about it is that the chartreuse is delicate enough to really enhance the flavor of the gin without overtaking the flavor of the gin in any way. It's just very, very good. Wonderful. I love it. I mean, I don't have to tell you guys that I love this cocktail because I told you guys that I know that I love this cocktail already. I am going to have to make a video on cocktails Leandro doesn't like and tasting them for you guys because for some reason people are like, you can't like every cocktail. You say you like every single cocktail, and my whole thing is like, well, I just like all the cocktails I make for you, and when I look at a recipe, I've been doing this long enough that I can say, oh, I'm going to like this cocktail or I'm not going to like this cocktail, and I just don't see any value in like making something that I know nothing about and then tasting it and being like, that's terrible. Right? Is there value in that? I mean, people really want it though. It's crazy. Where do you fall on this, Marius?
That you just pick some random cocktails you've never made Yeah.
Well, no, just pick some random cocktails that I don't know whether I'm going to like or dislike, and then drink it and be like, ooh, I don't like this. People want to see me drink stuff I don't like. I don't get why.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense to me. All right, well, there it is, guys. I don't know. I put this aside to have a little chat with Marius. I could see that annoying about 35% of you, so I'm just going to rotate this way so that you get the nice garnish right there. There it is, the Puritan. If you like our channel, please hit like and subscribe and check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/educatedbarfly. I intended this to be like a short video, but I don't think it actually turned out to be a short video. We had lots of little asides on this video. Albert Reefy, the second. Albert Reefy. I'm already making more Albert Reefys. What I really want to know is I want to know what Albert Reefy the first was like, because Albert Reefy the second seems like an interesting guy.
Albert Reefy Senior, right?
Yes, but was it like a thing where like Albert Reefy like wanted his son to be something, but he didn't want his son to be a layabout, and he tried very hard to put his son in all these different schools, and his son just wouldn't have it. All he wanted to do was sit on the chaise lounge and eat caviar and drink martinis.
Travel the world.
Travel the world on his father's dime. And then his father was like, you know what, Albert? Let me tell you something. I'm over this. You cannot just be a succubus in the family any longer. You will not be a parasite. We will not allow you to be a parasite. You need to go and work for the family business. And I'm sending you to the farthest reaches of the universe to go do it.
Something like that. We'll
I don't know.
revisit.
There is definitely a story here, guys. All right. I guess I'll see you guys on another time.